Feel like I'm in an episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark? This is a dream. Submitted for the approval of the Midnight Society. I call this story I'm Laid Off. Again, kinda. I'll explain. So, previously, I worked at two different tech companies and that I was laid off of back in 2023. And I was laid off of both within a few short months of one another. Uh, these Nats are paid actors. Jeez. But when that happened, that was my first time ever being laid off, and it struck me like hard. Pause. But the first time it happened, I was on vacation with my wife and my son. We were in New Orleans, and then a rep who reported to me called me and notified me that the layoffs had happened. And I was like, shit, this is terrible. And then, luckily I had two jobs at the time. And then all but 2 months later, the second job that I had, uh, they conducted layoffs too, just a reduction in staff. And it was right after me and my wife had our second child, our daughter. And it really hit me really, really hard. And I was laid off for about 4 months. It wasn't terrible, but it was very, very eye opening that, you know, that we all know whoever's held a job, no matter from what level, to corporate office at a bank to, someone flipping burgers at McDonald's, no shade. But I think everybody who's been in a position who's gotten laid off always feels like, well, damn, I got to do my own thing. What's next? You know what I mean? Like I got to get out of here. I got to figure out something else. And essentially, that's kind of where I am right now. Uh, I'm in the Catskills, the beautiful Catskills that I believe it's called Monhawk Resort. It's a beautiful place, and I'm here with my wife and my son and my daughter, and just disconnecting. To be honest, this wasn't planned for the layoff. This is as I record this is Mother's Day of 2026, but it came at an interesting time. This little getaway, because anytime something disruptive happens in my life, I always feel it beneficial to step away from, the city life and everything and just kind of touch grass. And it's a beautiful lake right over there, beautiful hiking trails. And it opens your mind up into the possibilities of what could be next. And ultimately, for me, what's next is also what's been constant, and that's the creative endeavors that I've been following, i.e., this channel, i.e., a couple of comic book properties I've been working on for the past couple of years. And essentially, I want to share a lot more of that with you guys. But before we do that, I want to go a little bit deeper into what matters about life ultimately. And I know a lot of people talk about that. Like, obviously, health matters, the well being of your loved ones. But when you talk from a selfish standpoint, and it's okay to be selfish sometimes, you ask yourself, okay, well, what's next for me? And I want to get into that a little bit. I would just say, take a few steps back, think about what exactly is important to you. Think about where you are in the present, not what happened. Like the layoff, the firing has already happened. The bad thing has already taken place. And that's in the past already. Even if it's abrupt, even if you're still feeling the effects of it, which you likely are, think about where you are right now, like in the present moment. And if where you are in the present moment you don't like, get out, get away, find some solitude, not necessarily isolation, but some solitude wherever you can. And just think about it. Like, allow yourself to be angry, allow yourself to be a little hurt, allow yourself to feel that pain and, that level of uncertainty, because through all of that emotion, that raw emotion, what you will hopefully arrive to is just a place of serenity. And that serenity, what you'll find, is that no matter what it is that you went through, life's just going to keep ticking. It's just going to keep moving by. That job is eventually going to hire somebody to do the same role you were doing. probably for way less, but but that shouldn't concern you. If you were in a relationship, if someone left you, that person is going to find somebody else, or they probably already have found somebody else. They're probably up under them right now as we speak. But that also shouldn't affect you because you're not there. You're here. You're by a lake. You know what I mean? Maybe not literally, but you're by a lake. You're feeling peace. You're in your own. So allow yourself to be in that present moment because ultimately, as I said, time's going to keep ticking. You're going to keep being able to draw from those experiences later in life, and hopefully they'll put you in a much better spot. So for me, what's next? I don't know. And that's the beauty of it. The level of the unknown is kind of what keeps me going because as I mentioned earlier, when I found myself in these type of positions, it just made me more curious. I lead my life with curiosity. I, the next job I get, because you need to earn a living, so I got to find a new job eventually. The next job I get, I'm gonna probably encounter the same issues and the same hangups as before, but you can't let that hold you down. You ultimately have to just be be at peace, and hopefully wherever that leads you is a place that's way better than where you were before. So Godspeed and good luck to you.